When I first met him, everything just seemed to fall into place. He had a good job and he made me feel special. It all happened pretty fast. Within 3 months I was pregnant with our first child, and within 4 months we had a house and plans to be the perfect little family. It was all I could ever want, really. But then things started changing. At first it was just little things, questions about where I was, who I was with. Then he started checking my phone and telling me what to wear. I loved him though, so I guess it didn't really matter to me then. I thought it was all in my head.
My role would be the overall manager of the organisation, and North Ayrshire Women's Aid, along with other women's aid services across Ayrshire, provide services for women and children who are fleeing domestic abuse, domestic violence. I suppose my job is primarily to make sure that our service meets the needs of the women, to network across the organisation and to make sure as many women as possible know that we exist who need us.
My role involves working with a specialist unit of police officers that are solely trained and dedicated to working with investigating domestic abuse crime within Ayrshire.
I soon realised that he had a temper. He was punching walls, breaking furniture, and there was lots of arguing. Then it was me. I started with a slap every now and then when I didn't do what he wanted. Every time it got worse until one night it was just too much.
My role involves working to progress various gender equality initiatives at the university for staff and students. I also do some writing outside of the university. So last year I was awarded a bursary by Zero Tolerance Scotland, who work to prevent domestic violence, to write a series of articles for the Sunday Herald on violence against women.
He didn't listen. He didn't listen to me. I said no. I kept saying no, but it hurt. It hurt. I used to not accept what he had done. I couldn't say it. He was my husband. This is what we were meant to do. It was my fault. Everything was my fault. I pushed his buttons. I made him angry. I wasn't in the mood. But now I know better. Now I can see what he did. I'm not ashamed. He raped me. And I could deal with what he did to me, but when he battered our son, I saw a different side to him. I always told myself that no matter what happened, he was still a good dad. But that day, my view of him changed.
I suppose I'd like to reassure women that by coming forward to look for advice from North Ayrshire's Women's Aid doesn't mean that they have to leave their home. Not everybody's ready to do that. We offer one-to-one counselling for women who are experiencing domestic abuse, and we also have an outreach service that will work with women within their own home, with or without their partner. We have a children's service where we work within the schools to work on an individual basis with children who have been affected by domestic abuse. We also run group work for women to come and share their experience with women who have been through the same experiences themselves, and to build people's self-confidence and, I suppose, awareness around the issues that they're dealing with. The help that's offered to women is at their pace. So for me, a key message to get across today is that women can come and ask for support, they can come and ask for help, but they don't have to take dramatic action.
I was pretty far on in my pregnancy by this point, and he always insisted that he come with me to all of my doctor's appointments, but on this one occasion he couldn't make it. A last minute work commitment had come up or something. I didn't expect it to be so strange going to an appointment by myself. It was a weird feeling not having him there to watch my every move.
Probably the first main issue I'd like to highlight about gender-based violence is that it is preventable. It's not inevitable. It can be prevented and it can be stopped. Probably the second most important thing that I would highlight would be that in order to prevent gender-based violence, we need to understand its cause, and that cause is gender inequality in society. Violence against women is both a cause and a consequence of gender inequality.
Well, GP noticed a bruise. When she noticed one, she saw it had a bit of a collection. I tried to justify it and say it was an accident, but she knew. I think that was when it all sunk in a bit more. I had always thought that I was just in a relationship with someone who had a bit of temper, but actually he was so controlling and manipulative. And he was abusing me.
I think the issues I want to highlight most today is where people can seek help if they feel they are in an abusive relationship. I think a lot of people may not realise that they are actually in an abusive relationship and where to turn to if they feel that that is the case. Either through ourselves at Police Scotland by phoning 101 or 999 in emergency. There's lots of options out there for people to contact ourselves.
Violence against women is also a consequence of gender inequality. The stereotypes and ideas about what women are and the roles that women should perform in society entrench the imbalance of power between men and women in society. And also the undervaluing of women's contributions and of women's abilities legitimises that abuse in the minds of abusers. So what I would say is that without addressing gender inequality more widely, then we can address violence against women. In order to prevent violence against women, we need to address the wider inequalities between men and women in society.
I had no idea what to do. I was sort of shocked that I'd let it go this far. I guess I hadn't realised how much I was just letting things go, how much I was putting up with. So I waited until he was out, packed a bag, I grabbed my son and we ran. Wanted to get as far away as I possibly could. In my head, I don't think I'll ever be far away enough.
We work very closely with our partners at Women's Aid and through Violence Against Women partnerships, also with Partners in Assist. And there's a magnitude of resources out there for people to contact should they feel they need extra assistance out there and extra help. And at this moment in time, there's no pressure. A lot of people might not realise they're in an abusive relationship, and the traditional model of a physical, violent relationship doesn't always apply. In this case, it could be psychological abuse, sexual abuse, financial abuse, or even verbal. And we're here to talk to people, explain their options, and fully investigate if a crime has been committed, and provide further support with our partnership agencies.
Well, another thing I would like to highlight in terms of gender-based violence is that a common response when we talk about it, and particularly when it's talked about in the media or online and social media, a common response tends to be that not all men commit this type of violence against women. And while I would agree that that's true, not all men are violent, not all men abuse women, not all men harass women, generally speaking it is all women that experience some form of gender-based violence, whether that be street harassment, unwanted touching and groping when they're out, to I guess the more what you would consider the more serious forms in terms of rape and sexual assault. So while not all men commit it, I think we need to remember the scale of gender-based violence, and that generally speaking, pretty much all women experience it.
I suppose the issue that I want to highlight most is that domestic violence is something that affects women across all aspects of society. We have women coming into our service who are 16, we have women coming into our service who are in their 70s. We know women who have been in relationships for 6 months, women who have been in relationships for 40 years. The message I would want to get across today is that the help is available to women. Ayrshire has Women's Aid projects across all of Ayrshire. There's North Ayrshire Women's Aid, East Ayrshire Women's Aid and South Ayrshire Women's Aid. My belief would be that people know somebody that they're concerned about. people have a feeling that something's not right in a relationship, whether it be your daughter, your mother, your friend. If that's the case, come and get advice, come and get some help for them.
I was in a women's refuge for 9 months. It was really hard. I had my daughter, and it felt like the three of us were on our own against everything. My confidence had been shattered, and I was a person I didn't even recognise. But now I had support for as long as I needed it. Started making friends, opening up a bit more to others. I was surprised by how supportive some people can be. I think I always had this thought in the back of my head that I should have seen the signs. I should have got out sooner. But I know that I can't beat myself up about it. I have to think about the future. I've got my kids to keep me going, and I look forward to what the future holds for them. So now I live in my own tenancy, and well, it's not much, but it's mine. I've got a part-time job for when the kids are in nursery, and I've built a new life for us. I'm much more confident today, and I've got a whole new outlook in life.